Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. Bingo! And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books. 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our sports book, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day. The friendly ticket writers are happy to help, and it's conveniently located next to the famous Del Mar Deli, where you'll find supersized portions of delicious deli items like roast beef, pastrami, and Reuben sandwiches, or soups, salads, and pizza. Plus spectacular desserts fit for a king. And right next door is the race book. Over 150 seats, each with its own TV screen. There are 16 interactive player terminals, so you can bet right from your seat.
Oh, I wish you could hear Ann doing the theme music. She was scatting our theme music as we come in. That's when you know Ann's ready for a good show. Hello and welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us with Lunch with Punch. This show is a fun mix of sports, comedy, conversation, and some gambling advice. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And today's show, we kick it off, or should I say, tip it off, with history being made in L.A. last night. But before the game, LeBron played a little prank on Bronny because he's a serial prankster. So here we go. He filled his car with Fruity Pebbles, Matt. And then Bronny. And then he pulls up in his Maybach.
Hey, Rook. Better not be late.
Yo, are you serious?
There you go. So he did make tip-off. He did make tip-off, and they made history last night. Pretty exciting moment last night. Joining me today, it's a Wednesday. He's usually here on Tuesdays, but he is the radio voice of UNLV football, and very soon his first season as the Running Rebels radio voice as well. The man who made the drive to L.A. to see the Dodgers win the NL pennant last Sunday. It's Matt Neverett, everybody. Woo! Matt is here.
Yeah, that was a great drive. I'm glad I made the drive both there and back in the same day.
You did it back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
After getting back at 3 a.m. the night before from Oregon State.
Holy Mac. Now, so you drove to L.A. about 4 hours, right, on a Sunday?
4.5.
Okay, 4.5. You see the game. It ends at 10?
It ended, we left, we got on the 10 at 9:40 exactly.
Okay, and made it back to Vegas?
In 3 hours and 28 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
And you got out of the parking lot pretty quick?
Yeah. Helps to have my dad's parking spot.
There you go. Yes,
Yep.
I know those spots very well.
Yes.
So what was it like seeing the Dodgers clinch in person? I've never seen a pennant clinch.
I had never seen a clinching game at all either. I'd been to, a handful of playoff games over the years.
Right.
It was ironic because the first, and to this point, only World Series game I've ever been to was against the Dodgers when my dad was with the Red Sox. In 2018, game 1 of that one, the Red Sox won that game and ultimately the series pretty easily.
Had to
so it was
Okay.
interesting being on the other side of that.
Yeah.
And seeing the clinching element to it is just so much fun.
I imagine.
You get to see these guys jump around like 10-year-olds, and saw a really, really good game. Dodgers opened it up late. It's the first time I've ever seen Shohei Ohtani in person play.
Oh, yeah, wow.
It takes a lot to make me fanboy. I've been fortunate enough to have some really fun experiences, some unique experiences in sports and live events, but just every now and then something like that will hit, and like I was glued. I did not take my eyes off of him when he was on deck hitting on
There's
base,
a buzz
whatever.
about it, right?
It is just he's a unicorn. He is just, there is something palpable. They are delaying the anime show One Piece. Have you ever heard of that?
I love One Piece. Jerry, you love One Piece anime?
And I'm not a big anime guy, but it is. I know it's like the #1 anime show in the world right now. They're coming out with new episodes. Allegedly, they were going to debut the new season on Friday night in Japan, they're delaying the start. That would be like I'm trying to think of a similar show. No, like what's American a big like sitcom Idol. Right now?
Happy's Place. There we go.
Whatever the biggest sitcom. Let's just say they were debuting a season on Friday. That would be like them moving it a day so that you can watch your guy in the World Series Friday night.
That's amazing. Yeah, Friday night. By the way, this layoff of 5 days, I understand why they're doing it. It's too much.
Now, I know Major League Baseball had a plan in place if the Dodgers would have clinched in 5 games. It would have been both 5-game series in the championship series. They would have flexed it a day. Okay. But because it went 6, they said, okay, if it goes to 6, it may go to 7, so we're not going to move it.
And I believe it was JR from the ballpark pointed out that way games 5, 6, and 7 would be midweek, so they started. So there's reasons behind it, I guess. But it's like you want to see the series so badly.
But now it lines up where games 6 and 7 are on a weekend in L.A. Next weekend.
Oh, so it will be a week. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this afternoon's Lunch Punch menu, we check in with the chat very soon. The eagerly awaited return of Matt Makes the Call. And in the Punch Bowl, we discuss amazing sandwiches, which product mascots would make the best linebackers or wide receivers. But first, it's time for top of show breaking video. We have to talk about LeBron and Bronny. We have a video last night right before they both checked into the game and they were mic'd up. So there you go. He made it to the game on time. Oh, no pressure.
No pressure at all.
You see the intensity, right? You just play carefree, though.
Coach Bron.
What about mistakes? Just go out and play hard.
Pretty cool. Did you watch the game at all?
I did not. That's the same exact advice that my dad gives me.
There you go. There you go. And then, in the house to share in the moment were the Griffeys. So Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey Sr. were also there. Posed for a picture beforehand. 4 of them making history together.
That's really cool.
That is really cool.
Now, is this going to be the same case? Does Bronny surpass his father in terms of all-time legacy?
There's no way.
No way.
There's no way. I mean, there's no way. I mean, you can't. I mean, he's top. He's on the Mount Rushmore stats-wise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm of the generation. The MJ LeBron debate is a generational thing, but I'm LeBron as far as best player of all time.
He's 22 years into his career, and he looks like he's,
It's like Tom Brady where everybody wrote him off and was like, he can't keep doing this. And then 10 years later, here he is still doing this.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting year because I think he set the record this year. I forget who he tied with his 22nd year. They mentioned it last night. It's someone.
Vince Carter?
Vince Carter. It is Vince Carter.
Have been,
Thank you, Keith, from the sidelines. Vince Carter. So, he played with a little more energy. I took the over in his points last night. Didn't happen, but it was a fun game to watch.
Carter just got inducted.
Yeah, as he should. Vince Carter was the
Bronny. Now, also with the video at the beginning with the Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
You're telling me I'm to believe that they don't come to the games together?
Yeah, exactly.
We were talking before. We think they live together.
Yeah.
I remember when Sidney Crosby signed with the Penguins and when he got called up for the first time, he lived with Mario.
With Lemieux for a while, yeah. And by the way, I would ride that one out as long as you can.
Absolutely, yeah. I haven't gotten the checks yet. They just haven't cleared. I don't know.
Sorry.
See, the way my bank account is set up, I got to move money from checking into saving.
Is that your Canadian account?
That's Kevin Hart.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't remember that.
One of his early stand-ups, he talks about going to the club with NBA players.
Yeah.
And when it's his turn to pay, he's like, I can't. The way my bank account's set up, I got to move money, and it takes from checking to saving. It's just
That's funny. All right, speaking of comedy, let's do comedy clip of the day. So, Alabama fans, you know about this guy Willie?
I've probably seen him.
He's a super fan. All right, so it's Willie. His friend's operating the camera. He's so mad at the end of this, he threw a rock. I love this. So it's this clip made me laugh
because there's nothing else to throw down there.
Taking the loss to Tennessee and
Roll Tide Willie. That's his name.
I have seen this guy.
Upset. Oh man, I did not like it. I'm telling you, I don't like it either. Everybody in Tennessee's done beat us. I don't like it. I don't care nothing for it.
John, can you crank it up just a little more, please?
I don't care about nothing.
Throws a rock. Picks up a rock.
I am mad as hell. You sick of it? I'm sick of it. We got to do something better than that.
I love it. Roll Tide Willie. We did show a clip of him earlier. By the way, I'm amazed he didn't swear once in that. I just felt like
I was listening for it. Yeah.
I watched it twice last night because I'm like, we got to make sure he doesn't swear. But he didn't swear.
This is a family Roll Tide program.
Exactly. He's a little upset about the was it Tennessee they lost to this past week?
And I love the buddy just riling him up. We've all done that once with a friend when they get too drunk and you're just like, yeah, man, yeah, you tell him. Let him know.
I've been on both ends of those videos.
I bet. I don't doubt that for a second.
More time than not on the camera side.
I'm mad as hell.
Yeah. Roll Tide Oh, my God. Look at this segue. Roll Tide Willie into roll call.
Woo!
And can you believe it? It's like the show wrote itself with chat APGTB, whatever it's called. Ladies and gentlemen, I asked a question. Since LeBron and Bronny played together making history, what sporting event do you remember the most with your father? JR, at a Phillies-Reds game in the late 70s, my dad had front row seats behind bullpen. My dad was razzing Tug McGraw during his warm-up when McGraw finished the Reds off in the night. So there you go.
He said he gestured to my dad as in take that when he saved it. My dad bragged about it for years.
Awesome.
I would do the same.
Reno Paul is a major Laker and Dodger fan. The Forum used to allow fans to stand courtside during warm-ups. I'll never forget being 2 feet tall looking up at Giants. I've always had that feeling. Keith Fly, I'll never forget 1979, Old Comiskey Park, belly dancer night with my dad. He said, don't tell your mom.
Hey, we got there. They just happened to be doing it.
And Rossman, Matt Spag, Tommy Green's there. Aaron O'Connor's in the chat room laughing at what Keith wrote. Want to point out that the lovely Aaron O'Connor will be very excited. Yes, Yay. Aaron O'Connor will be here tomorrow to co-host the show from the top and at the back end of the show because you wanted it, folks. Joe D'Amico returned. So we got Aaron O'Demico. Aaron O'Demico show.
Do I need to wear a suit for that?
You should wear a suit and some dark shades.
Of course.
And Joe is going to bring it. Again, he'll be on at Picks at 12:36 tomorrow. So Aaron O'Connor in that seat all day. We're very excited about that. Let's see. Vince Las Vegas. The first time we went to a Las Vegas Stars minor league game, we got to run the bases with fireworks after the game. You and your dad, Vince? Very nice. That's fun. Those are always good. You did them. It was fireworks and bases at the same time? Yeah. That's fun. Nice little lighting above you. Very good. Dean Hilt, if Alabama loses to Mizzou this weekend, their coach will be fired. They can't fire DeBoer. No. They're one of those teams like the Steelers where they very much value that stability. Aura and the stability and being able to say, like, hey, we've had 3 coaches in the last 100 years. I think that they're a school that very, very much values that. And they just did all that remodeling for Kalen DeBoer's office as well. Like the Saban looked like it was like a country club, and DeBoer looks like the modern art museum. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I saw that. And by the way, Dean Hilt, I have to thank you for something you said yesterday, and I don't remember what it was. Courtney, I know. Courtney pointed something out that he said, and I was like, I got to make sure I thank him. So thank you, Dean. I don't remember. Does anyone remember? You did. No. And finally, Joey B, sports moment for me. My dad brought me and my brother to our first NASCAR race in the 80s, Long Pond, PA. Wow. I have never heard of Long Pond. I got to guess it's the Philly end. Long Pond, PA? I thought I knew every town. It's an unincorporated community. Yeah, of course it is. Do you know where State Game Lands 318 are? I do not. It's in the Poconos. Oh, Poconos. Oh, there you go. Okay, I've never been up. I never have. No, I think I did a show in the Poconos. All right, no one cares anymore. All right, roll call. It's time to move on to That's Crazy or Scary. Here we go. Oh, here comes the cat. Let the cat. It's Black Cat, Matt. It's very scary. That's Binks the cat or Jinx the cat. Oh. By the way, it was a full moon last night, right? It was. I was getting all my harvesting done. But no, what's that? I said I was getting all my harvesting done. The full moon was 2 nights ago. It was over the weekend. Over the weekend. I know this because I have a moon expert in our household. Well, last night I was driving and the moon was like cut in half. Like it was a weird, I know. I realized that after I said it. Half a moon. After I said it, I realized it. I'll show you a full moon right now. Just a disgusting act. I'll push it right against that. No, I know. Last night there was the top right-hand quarter was cut off the moon. And that's called a right-hand top-off quarter. It's waning. A waning gibbous. Waning, waxing, blue, harvest, hunter's moon. Hunter's moon was recently too. That's when I got my harvesting done. What's your crop? Yeah. And gummies. Bomba clot. That's my crop. All right, Matt, time for That's Crazy. What do you got for us? That's crazy. Well, I'm about to find out. Are we going Fernando or football? Let's put it up there. There were 2 possibilities. Okay, there's 2 possibilities. Peek behind the curtain. By the way, Aaron O'Connor, I was getting all my harvesting done. Hilarious. That comes from a very funny comedian. I'll take it. There you go. We'll see. Ann has a moon expert at her house. All right. New segment coming soon, Joey B says. Ann's moon expert. All right. Ann's horoscope. All right. So this was the one that I had originally thought. Yeah. All eyes on the SEC. Take a look at these viewership numbers. I mean, almost 13 million people tuned in to see Georgia, Texas. I was among that 13 million. Yeah. First time since '96, a single network has aired 2 college football games with 10 mil or more in a day. Yeah, you want to talk about a great deal for
for the SEC, for the conference as a whole, and for these programs. And it's funny, when I lived in Birmingham for 1 year, did games for the Barons. That is such a football market down there.
That's that's their pro teams, right?
Exactly, yeah. That is their pro team. If they got a pro team, they'd be second fiddle to the Tide.
Yeah, they really would be.
And to the Eagles of Auburn. But one figure that I learned when I was there, and it still remained true almost 8 years later, is that Birmingham, Alabama, as far as ESPN college football viewership, it is the #1 college football viewing market in the country. And that's not because it's a huge population. It isn't. It's because literally 90% of the TVs on any given Saturday are watching college football.
That's like Pittsburgh for the Steelers and the Penguins also.
I used to watch Penguins games religiously in high school.
Yeah, the Penguins have one of the highest viewerships.
I used to make accommodations and change my schedule to be able to do that.
Not so much for the Pirates. Nope. Okay, moving on.
Nope. But yeah, I do think it is interesting that to think about it in the terms of conference realignment, when you see numbers like this, the SEC's fine. They're not changing. They have the most power of any conference in football or in all of college sports right now in general. But when conferences get teams, when they make additions and subtractions, they're thinking about these TV viewership numbers because it's what they can ask for in the TV viewership rights deal.
Right.
And like the Pac-12 thinks that they're going to get this massive TV contract with some of the additions. It's the Mountain West teams plus the 2 rejects from the Pac-12. So that's really what the goal is for all this conference realignment, is those viewership numbers for football.
That's the goal. You're exactly right. And you see a lot of like Zaxby's ads when you're watching those games.
Raising Cane's, one love.
Raising Cane's, yeah. There used to be when I was living in LA, there'd be commercials for restaurants nowhere. I'd look it up. I'd go, where's the closest one? Oh, Utah. Okay.
Lovely.
But SEC, keep doing
it's like
your
seeing
thing.
a Waffle House ad in Vegas.
Yeah, right. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, here's my That's Crazy, and it is crazy. The big leagues. Here we go. Your World Series Game 1 starters. This is pretty cool. This is a famous photo that's been around for a long time. Garrett Cole holding that sign saying Yankee fan today, tomorrow, and forever. So when he played for the Astros, remember when the Astros got eliminated that year?
Yeah.
He was in the clubhouse. He had already had the Astros cap off.
He's good.
And it was just like, we'll see what happens. And he signed with the Yankees.
The landlord.
Yeah, your old landlord. Exactly. And then look at Flaherty wearing a Dodger shirt. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The storylines are just amazing. For this World Series. I, of course, was talking about yesterday. Of course. I don't know why I said of course. You remember me, of course, yesterday. You remember. I don't remember what Dean Hilt said, but it was something I wanted to say thank you to. 77 and 78 Yankees Dodgers World Series. Those are the first 2 World Series I remember watching.
Yeah.
As a young Dodger fan, I have this book that I can vividly recall that had all the details about it after. But 81. The 81 series was a very special series to see the Dodgers finally win.
Last time they matched up.
And, of course, they were led by none other than Fernando Valenzuela. Do we have a Fernando? We don't. Okay, we just want to talk about it. Fernando Valenzuela passed away last night at age 65 or 63, very young. His health was declining, and if you had seen pictures of him recently, he wasn't looking so hot. But starting in 2003, did 20 years of Dodger baseball. But I remember that 81 season, Fernando Mania. He went 13-7. I think 8-0 in his first 8 career starts, 5 shutouts. 5 shutouts.
Yeah.
In his first 8 career starts, Tommy, he wasn't even supposed to start the opener. I think Bert Hooton was hurt or something, and they gave him the ball. Hey, kid, it's your turn. And he was 20-year-old, and it took over L.A., and we had moved. I was already back in Pittsburgh, and I was still a Dodger and Pirates fan. So I love Fernando, so sad to see him pass away at such a young age.
Well, you want to talk about being aggressive and brave at that age in that situation. I mean, he was fearless.
Took the ball in that 81 series. He helped him win the World Series. So
and he was very, very good to my dad when he got.
Oh, is that right?
When he got to LA and throughout his time there, he's been very, very good to my dad, Tim. So he's got a fan for life, and
That's
his
great.
son Fernando Valenzuela Jr. Was a first baseman for UNLV.
Wow.
For a couple of years. It was back when my dad actually was doing the UNLV baseball games.
Wow.
So I remember him. He was a power-hitting left-handed first baseman.
Did he get drafted? He just never made it to the pros.
He never made it to the big leagues. He played minor league ball for a couple of years. But for now, I remember meeting Fernando as a kid. He would come to the games. And his son Fernando was really, really good, really accommodating as well. We still have, I think, 3 or 4 baseballs signed by Fernando Jr.
Yeah, over the season, I after the Pirate games, the Dodger games are local time here in Vegas, and I'd watch them. And afterwards, they have these Dodger documentaries a lot, and if you just leave the TV on, they come on, and there was one about
it's the
Fernando.
ones you wake up to at 4 in the morning.
Yes, and there was a Fernando one,
Lopez.
and I was like ready to turn the TV off. I'm like, well, sit down. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just how magical that 81 season was, and if you didn't need more storylines for this World Series starting on Friday, now you got Fernando. What a series. So that's going to be great.
Just a couple of small market teams going at it.
Yeah, with $300 million payrolls. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the game that everyone wants to the return of. And named it. Oh, no! Come on! Matt takes the call!
I heard Ann in there. there.
Yes.
Come on.
Can we see it one more
Please,
time? I want to hear Ann's voice. Roll it again, Ann. Here we go.
Oh, jack it up.
Matt makes the call.
Let's go.
Thank you, Ann.
Is
for
that the Jerry?
Jerry, thank you, Jerry.
Is that the recording from when you said it live on the show last week? Let's go.
That was just joking around. We're like, hey, and look at that. They did that.
Speaking
like
it into
thank
existence.
You, Jerry.
Yeah,
thank you,
that's
thank you. That was tremendous. We have to play it every day now. Well, at least when you're here. Okay, Matt makes the call. Now I got to give Keith Lyle found 4 good ones here. So
boy.
The first one is it the goalies? Yes. Okay, so here we go, Matt. Get ready. It's a hockey. Now, we know you've called hockey before.
I'm ready. Yeah, it's fun.
All right, here we go. This is an all-goalie game. Go.
Oh, I think I know this one, actually.
Here we go.
It's down the left side. Here we are at Ball Arena. He's flying like a whirling dervish. He takes the shot. He shoots. He scores. Down goes Tiberchek, and he's rowing the boat.
What is this?
Up the creek without the paddle, and the goalies lead 1-0.
Are there more goalies to join in?
Oh, my God. It's a goalie peed. A human goalie peed. That's terrifying.
A goalie peed. One guy thought about it. He's like, no, I'm good. All right.
Yeah,
excellent
2-minute
job.
minor delay of game.
Bravo on this.
8 goalies laying down on the ice.
I want you all to know, to remind you that Matt has seen none of these clips beforehand, so that's what makes it fun. All right, now this one, I don't know if this is really sports, but we wanted to hear you call it. So here we go. It's a guy trying to get a boat out of the water. Here we go. Roll it in.
Sport.
It's a sport.
I'm filming too.
Oh, he's holding on. Oh, my God. Look at the grip strength. And that's a perfect 10, just how the judges want it.
That's exactly. All right, again, silly.
That one got me off guard.
That's fine. That's fine. That's what we want to do. All right, now we go. We love canines. We love dogs here. So we got 2 more. The last one I can't wait for. Here's the dog one, though. This one's good. Tell us what you see. Matt the call.
I'll go with the golf one. Lining up the shot. Down in the bunker is his player. That's the caddy looking up over.
It's Fluff.
He's trying to get out of there. Oh, he needs emotional support. Like Frank Nicotero, this man struggles on the golf course.
All right.
That's cute.
I forgot to say before each video, Matt, make the call. But it feels like it's Ann should be doing this. All right, so Ann, do you want to set up the... Just do it. Here we go.
What do you want me to do?
Say, Matt, make the call.
I got food in my mouth.
Oh, I can't. I'll do it. All right, here we go. Last one, Matt. I'm just gonna tell you what it starts off with.
Yeah.
A wheelbarrow race. Here we go.
Wheelbarrow
Matt,
race.
make the call.
2, 1, let's go.
Jones and Smith on the left. It's Brinkston and Johnson on the right. Jones gets the early jump. Look at him go. Here comes the team on the right. Johnson with the legs. Here they come. They're making the turn.
But...
Oh, here comes the Widowmaker. Who could have seen this coming? An imposing presence. Let's see how they navigate around. Oh! Down goes Frazier. Oh, I get the hell out of there, too. That wheelbarrow really pissed him off.
That makes a call, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fun game. I don't know, but tonight we're betting on this.
Who thinks of that?
I don't know. I think Roll Tide Willie. I feel like Roll Tide Willie is the commissioner of this league. He's like, put my wheelbarrows and that boat come out and see what happens. Steve Stallworth. We're going to have that. We got to bring that to the arena here at South Point.
Oh, my God.
As if it's not funny enough seeing them racing in wheelbarrows, probably inebriated. And then all of a sudden someone's like, you can see the pitch meeting. You know what would make this better? Release a bull.
Release the bull.
Did you see how the bull just took the wheelbarrow and just flicked it like that?
And it wasn't even like they released the bull. The bull's like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah.
They released that bull, and he's like, I'm going to kill everybody.
Those are my wheelbarrows. Put those down.
That thing went bad out of hell real quick.
Oh, my God. Should we end with the graphic? It's just so good. Well, can we just
That
end
is amazing.
That's 3rd time's the charm. Here
That
we
is
go.
amazing.
There it is. The ball.
Matt makes the call.
Oh, my
There we
God.
go.
That is awesome, man. Thank you.
All right, ladies. Jerry, thank you for getting that
Jerry as
together.
well.
That looks amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the date. Today's October 23rd, 2024. That's right. We're only 8 days away from Halloween. All right, I'm going to read some national days. One of them is fake. Everyone gets to pick which one they think is fake. Yesterday, I think I got busted on Needle and Thread Day by, was it Vincent Keith or a couple people busted me? Alex.
It's because she's smart.
Alex and Keith. All right, here we go.
She's the smart one.
Here are the list. There's about 7 of them. Which one's fake? National Paralegal Day, National Mole Day, as in the animal. National Boston Cream Pie Day, National Smoke Alarm Check Day, International Snow Leopard Day, National TV Talk Show Host Day.
No, can't be that one.
National iPod Day or National Croc Day? Which one is fake, Matt? One of those is not real. It's just nonsense I made up.
Now, I want to say iPod Day, but I feel like they had enough of a generational impact at the time.
Okay. He's breaking it down.
And I love Boston cream pie.
Yeah, well, you're being from the New England area.
That was one of my dad's favorites.
Okay.
You know what? I'll say iPod Day.
iPod Day saying fake. Any other input? Vince is saying Smoke Alarm Day from Sean. Boston Cream Pie Day from Jerry. Vince is saying Croc Day. And?
I'm going to go iPod Day.
iPod Day, Keith?
Talk show host day.
Talk show host day. One person got it right.
Keith?
It's the man who's only here on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Wow.
Sean, it is not National Smoke Alarm Check Day. Sean,
Sean.
Creepy Sean, way to go. Do the lean in. There he is. It sounded like a good one. I'll take I got full 4 to 5. It is iPod. I know. Who has an iPod anymore?
I mean, everyone does. It just has a phone attached to it now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Celebrity birthdays today. Mr. Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds, turns 48. Happy birthday, Ryan Reynolds. So we put them all in there, and Caden up in Utah put them in the AI machine, and the result is
Probably
Whoopsie-daisy.
terrifying.
Probably terrifying. Here
Usually
we go.
is.
It usually is terrifying. The suspense is killing me.
It's
Play
general.
Matt makes the call again. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, so Croc Day. I was going to wear Crocs in here.
Are you a Croc guy?
I did. This is the thing. I had a pair of pirate Crocs that I bought at a Dick's Sports in Pittsburgh on clearance for $5.
Yeah.
15 years ago. Only wore them in the house.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit. Oh, I wore them everywhere.
Of
Every
course.
time I went
Yeah.
out, I wear them out, walking the dog.
I'm a Croc guy.
Wear 'em they're just the most comfortable
Yeah.
shoes.
Oh yeah.
I love them.
I'll wear them to the golf course and then put my spikes on in the parking lot.
There you go.
played the other day.
I'm a big Croc guy. You know what I want for Christmas? Maybe on those fur lined ones. There's like those
I used to
insulated
have
ones.
those in high school. I used to wear those to high school like 3 days a week.
Damn. We didn't have those back then.
I didn't care what I looked like.
20 seconds to AI. Yeah, Smoke Alarm Check Day. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to proclaim today National Smoke Alarm Check. Check your smoke alarms.
Something that unites us all.
Yes,
We
exactly.
all have them.
And
there we go.
because it scares the hell out of my dog when that beep goes. All right, here we go.
Oh, this one's cute.
So there's Deadpool eating some Boston cream pie. He's looking he's a talk show host. See, he's got a cityscape behind him, and he's got like 3x5 cards.
Looks like
in
he's
his
eating
hand.
a waffle with whipped cream on top.
And he's wearing a leather jacket. That's what AI thinks a Boston cream pie
Okay.
is. And then you got international celebrity. Oh, look, he's made friends with a little
That's
mole
adorable.
who's holding an iPod, and he's got a headset on for National Talk Show Host Day.
Now, why is that? It's I've seen it with Arthur the Aardvark. Now, if he's going to wear headphones, would it be here where his ears are up here? Because if you look, the headphones are down by his neck.
That's one of the That's one of the best ones I've seen in a while.
That's
Good
worth
job.
saving.
Good
That's
job,
a good one.
AI.
I like that. It's
You're
adorable.
still not taking over the planet, but you did good today. You done good, AI. Thank you very much. All right.
Everyone's all worried about AI taking their jobs.
No.
I know, at least for what I do full time, I think I'm safe for a while. I watched AI trying to do a golf event in Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was very much like they would cut and it would be like Johnson, 135 away,
Oh, we need a clip of this.
pitching wedge. Like,
We're going to look this up. We need to get this on
It's
the
hard
show.
to do like the personality aspect.
I do
of it.
want to figure out. Of course, I won't be able to figure this out, but I want to do an entire script of this show written by Chat AGPBTB.
You could figure out a way.
All right, I'll figure it out.
Do it bit by bit.
Caden? Okay, here we go. It's time for Punch Bowl Pundits, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, Punch Bowl. All right. Matt, everyone loves it. It's very popular, just like Matt makes the call. So inside are some pieces of paper. There are instructions on there, so you can pull one out. Let me know what number you get.
These are neatly folded today.
They are neatly folded. I'm doing the whole separate.
They're
I print
full
them
sheets.
separately. Yeah, they're full sheets.
Wow. Not just,
Don't tell the Wildlife Foundation.
Of course.
Okay,
That's
what do you
all
got?
right.
What number do you have?
Number 4.
Number 4. Let's go to number 4. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
LeBronny.
Yeah, this is the only one that doesn't have video, I think. Oh, no, we do have video.
There it is.
The Jameses, as we talked about at the top of the show, played together. So go ahead, roll the clip. This is the first pass right here. This was taken by Rachel Nichols.
Great seats.
First ever father-son pass. Yeah, right. Well, Rachel Nichols gets the good seats. All right, what question do you have there, Matt?
Well, my first question is,
Yes.
how did that drive end? Did LeBron miss a jumper?
Yeah. Well, Bronny didn't score. I think he had a rebound, no
He had a
points.
rebound.
But, LeBron was trying to score badly in the game, and he threw a couple breaks.
Well, he knew you were on.
I had 23 and a half,
Yeah,
and
he
I
knew
think
you
he
were on
finished
it.
with 13. Thanks, LeBron.
So
All
the
right, Matt,
question,
what's
the Jameses played together last night. Slash were on the same team.
It was a single on you. I pick up the tee, pick it up off camera. Oh, I was on camera.
Have you and your dad, Tim, ever discussed calling a game together?
Okay. See, this is apropos for you being here today.
I mean, yeah, definitely. It's, something that we'd like to have happen. I've never called a game with him per se. I've done...
Well, you're both play-by-play guys, but I feel
it's a tough mix. Baseball, radio, you can. Like when he was with Boston, him and Joe Castiglione, you get 2 radio play-by-play. Yeah. That will happen eventually. I was doing a game for, actually, the Oklahoma City... Dodgers at the time, now the Oklahoma City Baseball Club, while they rebrand in Vegas. There was when they added a bunch of games at the end of 2021. They did a short season and then realized, hey, we're good to go. It was coming out of COVID. We're going to add some games. So I actually had to fill in for Oklahoma City's announcer at the ballpark in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
So I was doing the road broadcast, and my dad, who was the Dodgers, at the time, Major League, still Major League announcer, came on, and I had him on for a couple of innings. We went back and forth. Never called the game together, but kind of interviewed each other. And
if you had to call one sport with your dad, which one do you think you guys would be the best complimenting each other and want to call?
Probably baseball.
A baseball game,
baseball.
Right?
I mean, we both done a ton of basketball, but that's tough because basketball, you need a color analyst,
right?
Both on TV and radio, someone who's played. And we're both under 6 feet tall, so we're kind of neither of us had any real basketball skill, but we like calling it. And but baseball, I think we've both done the most baseball, and it's kind of where my mind goes when he has critiques or things that I do well in my announcing. I usually frame it in the context of baseball.
Do you ask him for advice or ask him for points? Does he listen?
He tells me.
Okay.
I don't have to ask.
It's not solicited. All right.
I don't have to ask. I definitely appreciate it. I take what he has to say with 100% seriousness, and I definitely implement it when I can. But there's sometimes he'll text me during games and he's like, "Hey, you're doing this too much. You say this differently." And I'm like, "All right, let me do my job for a little bit, Tim."
That's great. But
no, I do appreciate everything.
Do you call him Tim?
Only when I'm mad at him. It's like the opposite. Your mom calls you Frank,
Frank Joseph.
Joseph, I was trying to remember
that's
the name. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's funny. Okay, let's move on. Pick another one. Go for it.
2 in a row, back to back.
I want Matt to do it back to back.
All right. Number 1.
Punch bowl number 1.
Yep.
Always a good place to start.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Punch bowl number 1. Hold on. Here we go. All right, Matt, I believe you told me you're a drummer, right? Aren't you?
Yep.
Did you play drums in high school?
I played in concert and jazz band from 5th grade through 10th grade, but I still have a drum set. And
some brushes on the jazz?
I used to. Christmas time's coming up. That's when we used to make a killing on the jazz band and the coffee house tunes. But no, I play a lot of punk rock and old school rock and stuff. That's one of my very, very few hidden talents.
Wow.
I'm not good at much, but I do play the hell out of the drums.
So many layers to the Matt Neverett onion, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I have a fast food mascot hitting the snare, a la the movie Drumline. It's a multiple choice for you.
Oh, boy.
Is it the Chick-fil-A cow? Is it Grimace or is it Colonel Sanders?
Oh, it's got to be. Oh, you know what? It's going to say Grimace, which means it's Colonel Sanders.
Roll the clip. It's the one you didn't discuss.
It's neither.
It's Chick-fil-A.
Go nuts.
It's the cow, so watch him. I guess he's using drumsticks. Come on, chicken! I didn't even think of that last night. I just thought of it now. Eat more chicken.
No, I never did marching band.
Right?
I could not be anywhere near as cool as Nick Cannon, so I just didn't even try.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. The movie Drumline, I watched. It was one of those days I woke up and you're kind of hungover. I don't know if you've ever been there.
No, never.
And you can't find the remote and whatever's on TV. And I watched the entire I remember Drumline was starting and I'm like, I don't want to watch it. And then I watched the whole thing. I was like, this is a good movie.
Was it with commercial breaks too?
No, it was on an HBO.
Okay, I was going to say, if you watch it with commercial breaks, that's dedication.
That. No.
For me, that was Step Up. The very first Step Up movie was a similar experience. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, we did it. All right, pick another one. Go ahead.
Said there was a question on here.
Was there a question?
What mascot of any product would make the best linebacker? And what would make the best wide receiver?
That's right. Okay. So I have ones ready. If you want me to say mine and you think about yours.
You go first.
All right, best linebacker, I'm going with Mr. Clean. He's got to be about 6'6", bald, imposing looking, squared shoulders. I think he could make some hits. And then for wide receiver, I'm thinking red zone. I go with the Jolly Green Giant. You just throw the ball up. Jolly Green Giant. How's he going to be? Ho, ho, ho.
It's Gronk.
Green Giant.
It's Gronk.
He's Gronk, basically, but green.
Best linebacker. I'm thinking.
Linebacker, any mascot of any product at all.
Well, now I can't think of a single product.
I know. That's what happens.
Honestly, Grimace might make a good one. I'm thinking of the mascot games from the old college football video game where they're just running around, no arms, just bouncing up and down.
Well, Grimace could fill the hole, right? I mean, he could fill the gaps.
Yeah.
Probably a good run stuffer.
Or Kool-Aid Man.
Oh,
there we go. Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid Man.
Tackle in the backfield. Oh,
Kool-Aid
yeah.
Man. What about a wide receiver? You want someone tall or fast?
I mean, Sonic has endorsed things. I know Jerry would like that answer. Yeah, they got the eyes. Yeah.
There you go. Sonic the Hedgehog's your receiver.
LeBron James.
Didn't he say did he play tight end in high school?
He played wide out.
He played wide out.
But he was just bigger and stronger than everybody.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah.
All right, go for another one.
Let's do another one. All right.
We got picks coming up in about 3 minutes.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yep.
Okay. So as you know, Matt, I'm a Steeler fan.
Really?
I am a Steeler fan.
Could have fooled me.
And you're familiar with Pittsburgh because you grew up there. You graduated high school from
I am, yep. We did.
The Permane sandwich. We love Permanes.
Yep.
Look what they did for Russell Wilson. This is the Danger Russ sandwich.
That's how you know you've made it.
We cooked. The Danger Russ is now available. Pepperoni, salami, ham, and bacon.
Ooh.
Pittsburgh style, which means provolone fries and slaw are on the sandwich with the tomato.
Yeah.
$1 for each sandwich. Sold to support
Children's Hospital.
In Pittsburgh.
Wow, that looks really good.
Would you try the Danger Russ? I don't know.
Yeah,
and everyone
absolutely.
behind the glass, the Permane sandwich, they put the coleslaw and the French fries on the sandwich. Now, if you go on there and say, "Hey, can you hold the slaw? Can you hold the fries?" Oh, they'll kick you out.
Yeah,
they'll kick you out. You don't do
not
it.
that aggressive.
No special.
No, and I'm not. I am not a coleslaw guy. I've never had coleslaw that I've liked outside of the Permane sandwich.
Couldn't agree more. When it's on there,
it sounds
so
weird. It looks weird when you get it, but when you try it, they put ketchup on there too. So good. The bread, I'm a big bread guy.
It's Mancini's bread.
In general, really thick Texas toast.
That's the Mancini's bread baked over in McKee's Rocks. They go get it every morning, so they always have the fresh Mancini's bread.
Now, one win gets you a sandwich. Is that what we're getting at here?
Apparently, if you win one game, they've been sitting on that probably since spring.
Well, the last quarterback that they named a sandwich after was Roethlisberger, which did itself. I mean, the Trubisky itch didn't really.
The Trubisky witch
doesn't have the same ring to it.
Well, everyone tried to keep eating it.
The Rudolph concussion burger.
Throw their head. Rudolph concussion burger.
Yeah.
And are you not a fan of the coleslaw and fries on it? Or you're about to say something?
Oh no, none of that looked appealing. Not even the bacon in there.
Oh.
Was there bacon in there?
Yeah,
there
was on this one. It's one of those things you just have to try it. Honestly.
Do we have the Russ clip? Russ trying to sign something. I can't remember. It's it's in there.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Matt. You love these, Matt.
Yeah.
Will they sign or not? We did one last week.
Oh yes, I do
Tom
love
Brady.
these.
What was the Tom? Or no, last week we had.
It was Jared Goff
signing a Barbie.
Not Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
Ryan Gosling. He said no at first, and then he did sign it.
They always say yes.
All right. So it's Russell Wilson, and I'll tell you what it's a welder's mask. Will he sign a welder's mask?
In Pittsburgh, yes.
Roll the clip.
Will they sign a welding mask?
Here we go. It's an alternate helmet. So he's doing balls.
Unlimited.
Another ball, and then a welder's helmet.
I think I'm getting the black lung pop.
And then he signed the welder's helmet. Little Zoolander mixed in there. Look at that. It looks amazing. His signature is awesome, by the way.
He's had enough time to practice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think getting the black lung pop.
Getting the black lung pop. I don't know who thought of that, but that's a good one.
God.
But also, you have to remember, Ann, when you think welding in Pittsburgh, what do you think of?
Flashdance?
Yes. Okay. She was in Flashdance. So there you go. She was a welder. Alex. I saw that movie. Her name was Alex. And I saw the movie Flashdance probably 100 times, or as my mom calls it, Flash dancing, as I pointed out. She likes to add on extra INGs or S's if she's there watching. She probably is. But anyway, he signed a welder's mask.
The question for Matt says, what's the better sandwich, any fast food restaurant on the planet or Permane's?
There you go. That's his question.
Is Permane's fast food? I've never been to a Permane's drive-thru.
Okay, Saved by the Bell.
I've been to the one in the one in the Strip District, the best one.
That's the first, the original
OG.
one.
I'm going to take the field. Love Permane's, but there's a better sandwich.
Give me what's a field sandwich that you would eat? In-N-Out burger. I'd probably even go over Permane's.
I like In-N-Out. I don't know. I'm a big. I like Jersey Mike's Firehouse subs. I'm not too picky. I like a good Italian.
Oh, there you go. They get to see. Jersey Mike's has what do they call it?
Mike's Way or whatever.
What is it called?
It's the juice. I tell them to go light on the juice. A little light on the juice. I don't like soggy bread.
A lot of parsley.
I don't like soggy bread.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 12:36. It's time for picks.
Woo!
Tommy, if you're watching, it is 12:36 right now. Yesterday, Tommy was in the chat. He's like, it's 12:41. Where are picks? It's 12:43. Where are picks? I'm like, Tommy, we're doing them right now. He was 15 minutes behind. He started the show late. So I was like, Tommy, we got everything under control. But thank you for watching. Love cream pie, says Paul. Joey B. Cool to see that Matt is doing men's hoops too. January 11th, CSU hosting UNLV in Hopes.
Fort Collins, baby.
Will you be there?
I'm doing all the games.
I have been to Fort Collins myself.
I used to go fishing up there a lot when we lived in Denver.
Tim is a legend. This is Paul. Reno Paul, who's a massive Dodger fan. Tim is a legend. I used to turn off the TV sound and have the radio with Tim during TNT games.
That's awesome.
TBS games? TNT games?
TNT, TBS, whatever.
Whatever. It doesn't. Aaron O'Connor,
He's worked for so many networks over the years.
Aaron O'Connor says, what a feeling. That would be a Flashdance reference. There you go. All right, Matt, picks at 12:36. What do you got? Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, I was like, what are we waiting on? Jeez. I do have one. I do have one. We have 2 college football games tonight.
There are college football games.
We're in this midst of games every day.
55 days. We're
Something
probably
like
about 15 days in, probably.
It was one of those ones like last night. It was Tuesday night. I'm sitting there starting to do some prep stuff for UNLV Boise State coming up this Friday.
I'm starting to get ripped.
I'm sorry. I'm already drinking. No, I'm starting to get some stuff ready, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I wish I had a football game to put on in the background. I do have a football game to put on in the background. My man Tommy Pickles in UTEP. But I do have a mid-major game tonight.
Love it.
Liberty, Kennesaw State. This game at Kennesaw State. We're going under.
Oh, okay.
It's a big number for a game with a low total. Liberty laying 24. I'm seeing 23.5 at some places as well. On the sheet we have in front of us, 24 is the total, or is the spread. Liberty laying 24 on the road. 46 is the total.
Okay.
So that tells you that the books do not think that Kennesaw State's going to score. I tend to agree with him. We're going under in that game. Liberty has they average 33 points per game.
Okay.
But they have not been anywhere near the level of explosiveness that this offense has over the last couple of years. Keep in mind, too, that this Liberty team is, on paper, by the numbers, playing by far the easiest schedule in all of college football this year. Yeah, and they're just not explosive on offense like they were in years past.
Okay.
Kennesaw State.
Yeah, and they had Malik Wills, right?
Yeah. Kennesaw State averaging 3.8 yards per play. They're averaging under 5.5 yards per pass play.
Good.
That is terrible. Ashton Genty's averaging 9.9 yards a rush himself.
Oh, Ashton. By the way, okay, that's a great pick.
I
So
think
under
Liberty gets up early, and the game's like a 30-10 final. So I'm going under 46 in Liberty Kennesaw State. Maybe think about taking the points with Kennesaw State in this one, especially if it comes back to 24.
I like it. And since you're wearing the UNLV shirt and you brought up Ashton Genty, I'd be remiss if I did not point out that the game is down the street. Ashton Genty is in Vegas Friday night against the Rebels.
Friday night, 7:30. It is likely going to be the biggest crowd ever at Allegiant Stadium for a UNLV game going back to 2019 when that place opened. It's going to be a really, really fun atmosphere, rematch of last year's conference championship game.
That's what Alex was
winner of this game has the inside track on a college football playoff spot.
Big game.
Not only that, the winner of this game is very, very, very likely going to host the Mountain West Championship game, which is the weekend after Thanksgiving.
And UNLV is favored in this game or no?
UNLV is catching 3. They're slight dog.
They're getting 3. Sorry.
Is it still at 3? So
Sean
it's still at
says
3. UNLV is still getting 3. Yeah, should be a really fun game. The question is not, can you stop Ashton Genty? Because right now you can. It's whether you can contain him.
Yes.
Boise State's one of the worst teams in the country against the pass defensively. So I think while UNLV is going to want to dominate the time of possession battle that they can, keep the ball out of Ashton Genty's hands, it is 2 explosive offenses at the end of the day. Boise State with the most one-play drives in the country this year.
Really?
And UNLV has been really, really good in the passing game under Hajj Malik Williams since he took over.
All right, there you go. And see, Boise State snuck into the top 20. They're at number 17 right now. Total is 65 over under. You know what I'm doing, so have fun with that game. That's going to be awesome. All right, for my pick at 12:36 or 12:40 or whatever time Tommy thinks it is, I'm gonna be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't have much on the NBA. I was looking at it. Was not, of course, went on baseball. There's no pro football, so I went to Sean. I talked to Sean. I was looking at Steph Curry maybe going off in Portland, but you know what? He tells me Miami is the pick tonight, so I'm going to give the assist or the complete pick to Sean. But if it hits, it's all me. I picked it. Look, it's me giving the pick, Sean. But if it loses, I'll go, well, Sean told me. Anyway, he likes Miami at home. -2 versus the Orlando Magic, their cross-state rival. Miami's got that rookie we were talking about the other day with Greg Vaughn, the one from Indiana. Big guy. So I don't know. They're looking Miami, and Spoelstra, he knows what he's doing down there. So we're going to go with Miami Heat tonight.
He's a good coach.
He is a good coach.
And early in this season, I think that's where a lot of that comes to the forefront.
Yeah, good point.
And I'm seeing, too, we were talking about the Lakers a little bit.
Yeah, Redick last
the difference between Darvin Ham and J.J. Redick as far as in-game coaching is just incredible.
Yeah, and he was having fun messing around with Ant yesterday.
Go figure. J.J. Redick knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. He's a Duke guy. Ant's favorite school. And loves the bet. Well, we're doing picks right now, Ann. Have you been looking at Duke?
Have you gotten any Angel numbers recently?
Yeah.
Well, no. Yeah, I am taking Duke this week. They're catching 11.5.
Oh,
which that's my repeating ones.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's 141, 142. They're hosting SMU.
Okay.
Now, longtime ACC rivals,
Right.
Duke and SMU, throw out the record books when these two get together. Yeah.
I haven't watched an SMU game since Craig James and Eric Dickerson.
Pre-death penalty.
Were the SMU running backs. And if there's a 30 for 30 on that, which is outstanding, by the way.
That's my new favorite thing, by the way, this year with all this conference realignment. I'm like, oh, UCLA Rutgers, long-time Big Ten rivalries. Look out when these two get together.
Penn State at USC.
No love lost when Purdue and Washington face off in a conference game. Yeah,
it's always fun. All right, let's go back. We got some more Punch Bowl stuff. We might have time for pick 6. Pick one out. What do you got?
We got 2 more. You want to do them both?
Yeah. Oh, we're doing. I'm hoping for number 3.
Dos Mas. This is number 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Roger. So here we go. Roger Clemens, one of my favorite pitchers of all time. You grew up liking he was already gone from the Red Sox.
Yeah,
maybe,
I have met Roger actually twice.
Have you really?
Biggest hands ever.
Really?
Like I went and shook his hand and like I got decent sized hands, normal hands. Literally, I felt like a baby doll. Like, hi, how are you?
Wow.
Like his hand just like engulfs your hand.
He was one of my favorite pitchers to watch,
enormous.
whether or not.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did kind of meet him at the one time when Nagel was around, so I kind of met him. We also know that Denny Nagel confirmed. What's that?
I don't understand a kind of meeting.
Well, he kind of was like, Raj, I met him. All right, there you go. It was a lot of
You guys have
celebrity-
interacted. Yeah.
I did. I met him. He nodded at me. I don't think I shook his hand, thank God, or he would have crushed it.
Yeah.
But we also know that he used to put Tiger Balm on his privates. 3, 4. Here we go. Roger Clemens.
I was waiting for the follow-up.
So Roger Clemens took a flight yesterday, and he was on Twitter, X, whatever, and he said, hey, I got time to kill. Ask me any questions. So, Matt, which of these questions did he answer? And we will then read the replies for you. Did he, was it, don't look at the graphic yet.
I'm not. That's what I'm looking up.
A, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
He's got good insight.
Did they ask him, are you related to Samuel Clemens, a.k.a. Mark Twain? His real name was Samuel Clemens. And what was your favorite uniform you ever wore? Which one of those did people ask him?
Which one of those 3?
Yeah.
Probably the second one.
The Samuel Clemens one?
Yeah.
I have news for you. They asked him all 3 of those. So it was a trick question. So you're right. You're technically right.
I couldn't be wrong.
So here we go. Take a look on A. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? He said, depends on the quality of the woodchuck, in my opinion. I feel like that's a typo, that he meant to say depends on the quality of the wood, in my opinion, but autocorrect made
a
it
good
woodchuck.
craftsman always blames his tools.
Exactly.
Everyone
Then,
knows that.
Are you related to Samuel Clemens, a.k.a. Mark Twain? That was his pen name. Oddly enough, yes. And Mark Clemens also, by the way, if you don't know this about Mark Twain, hell of a fastball. He had a hell of a fastball
back in the day,
then. And then last, his favorite uniform. Do you want to know which one he said? Of all the uniforms he wore?
I can only imagine. I think I know which one.
He loved the Astros throwbacks, the old rainbow uniforms.
The Tequila Sunrise.
Yeah, gotta love them.
Exactly what I was thinking.
I mean, that was kind of cool. And Keith and I were if you go and look, he answered a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Must have been a long flight. There's some really interesting things, but just kind of cool when they do this, open up the forum.
I would say it must have been cheap Wi-Fi, but for Roger Clemens, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. By the way, the title on that, Roger.
I like that.
See, because Roger Clemens is on a plane, and that's a reference to what movie? Airplane. Remember? Roger, over, under.
First time?
First time? Yeah, right.
I've been nervous plenty of times.
I've been nervous plenty of times.
The question, if you could ask any athlete who did an open forum like this, who would it be and what's the question?
Yeah.
I'll give you my answer, but I've got a story as well.
I love it.
My answer is Barry Bonds.
Oh, okay.
I would love to pick his brain about baseball, about hitting, about his growing up with Willie Mays as his godfather, growing up around the game. Of course, the steroid stuff.
Yeah,
I'd love to ask him and get an honest answer.
Warm up and be like, all right, you took
like, Barry, you're awesome. Tell me how you did it.
Your head grew 4
I need to get on it. But I think I've told you this one about how I got on the air with Mark Madden in Pittsburgh.
Okay, Mark Madden's this polarizing sportscaster.
The super
writer.
Genius.
Yeah, you either love him or hate him. So
of course, you
called in.
He called himself the super genius.
Yes.
So he has this open forum. He has a section on his show called Ask Mark Anything.
Right.
You're on with the super genius. What do you got? And the producer, as he should be, screening the questions. Now, what he didn't screen was that I was a punk 16-year-old who hated Mark Madden. And he's go, all right, what are you going to ask him? I was going to say, I love Mark, big fan. Juice him up.
Sure.
Well, it's going to ask best pitching performance he's ever seen in person. And as a producer, you're just like, all right, cool.
Right.
Sounds good. We'll get you ready. You're on with the super genius. Hey, Mark, long time, big time. My favorite line.
Long time, big time.
Long time, big time. How many push-ups could you do right now?
He's not a svelte man, Mark Madden.
And then he hung up on me and said that he doesn't do push-ups. He pays people to do them for him. And I said, who the hell would take that? So I'm driving around the car with my buddies, and we're like, yeah! And I'm driving and like yelling at Mark
That
Madden.
was
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
You were driving and talking on a phone?
I was.
Oh,
Pre-Bluetooth days. I was a rebel. Like I said.
You have not lived in pre-Bluetooth days. Bluetooth was around like in 2001.
Frank, my age starts with a 3. Give me a little credit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, okay.
I'm not.
By the way, anytime Neverett makes come, I always go like this. Oh, boy, look over at him. I just slow turn. Oh, good. Okay.
All right, you want one more?
Yeah, we got number 5. We have a couple more.
We have 5
actually.
and 6. Do you
Yeah,
want
we have
both?
5 and 6 are on the same sheet. We can do them both.
No, they're on different ones.
Oh, okay. Let's go with punch roll number 5. I'm just going to show
Cool,
this.
yeah, let's do it.
Let's just roll the clip. There's a kid who was very excited that Indiana football is ranked ahead of Alabama.
Hoosiers are ranked above Alabama.
Al who?
So, look, Hoosier fans enjoy this while they can. My
Yeah.
question to you is on the piece of paper was...
Do you think that Indiana will finish above Alabama? I do.
Right?
Because the SEC is a gauntlet. They still have to play a couple of really hard games.
They're going to get 4 or 5 losses, maybe.
And with what Kurt Cignetti has done in Indiana this year,
Exciting
forget
team.
a rebuild. He said, hey, guys, let's go win this year. He got some great transfers. They were able to keep a ton of players in-house, including 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen.
Okay.
And he's a really funny guy. Kurt Cignetti was James Madison's coach, has a great track record there. He was at Cal U.
Oh, at Pennsylvania.
In PA. He has like a 850 winning percentage all time. He is one of the best coaches in the game right now. Indiana and Army are the 2 teams in the country that have not trailed for a second yet.
Is that right?
Have not trailed for a second.
Wow, very cool.
Indiana's
and by
been
the way,
killing everybody.
Cignetti, I mean, come on. Vinny!
Hey!
Got another one!
Vince!
Vincent! I knew you'd know everything about Indiana. I also want to point out that I watched the Indiana-Nebraska game.
I watched most of that game.
Okay, yeah, and me too, because it was on. I was doing stuff, and I hadn't really watched Indiana play a full game. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. And by the way, Jeff Parles, he'll talk about it on Friday. He liked Nebraska in that game, getting 7 points.
I bet he did.
But yeah, he did. But boy, that wasn't even close.
That was a blowout. That was a barn burner.
I'm telling you, I'm impressed. I remember the last Indiana game I watched was when Michael Penix Jr. was the quarterback there, and he was really exciting.
Yeah.
And he was
Bo Nix was in his first stint at Auburn.
Exactly. All right. What else do we have?
All right, last one. We got charts and graphs time.
Charts and graphs.
We
haven't done
all
a chart and
know
graph.
how Frank loves Venn diagrams.
I do. I love first of all, Venn diagrams. I always have to have someone explain them to me. But I think this one I can understand. So here it is. This is the teams that had winning records against the Dodgers and Yankees this year. It's only one.
It was always the Reds.
It's the Cincinnati Reds. I would have never thought that. The Cincinnati Reds, who beat the Yankees in '76. We pointed that out the other day, the Big Red Machine. But they're the only ones with a winning record. I'm actually the Pirates' winning record against New York this year.
Yeah. Now, that was a one. Now, I think the
2
Reds.
out of 3.
I was going to say, I think it's the same situation for both.
2 out of 3. And 2 out of 3. Yeah.
Now, the Reds did beat the Dodgers seemingly almost every time they played them.
That's always weird, right?
Certain teams the Dodgers did not match up well against this year.
Yeah.
The opposite is the Pirates. They always match up well against the Pirates. They always kick the crap out of them.
Yes, they do.
But yeah, the Reds, they got Terry Francona now. I think that's a great hire. He was itching to get back in baseball.
It's so annoying, though, that he's born and raised outside of Pittsburgh in New Brighton, where I was born. Pirates just, oh, no, we're going to stick with Shelton. Worst winning percentage in 5 seasons. We could have had Tito Francona.
Nope.
Anyway, but that Venn diagram I understood. That one was clear and concise. Our old friend Jay Kuda, thank you for that one. All right, there you go. And that's it for Punch Bowl, right?
Has Brooks Gate been being quiet recently?
We haven't had him on.
I haven't seen a lot of his stuff as much.
He goes through periods. We talked to him. We noticed this. He'll go a month without doing anything.
And then Jay Kuda dedicates his life.
I don't. These
Two
guys
sides of the same coin.
These guys are amazing. All right, we're gonna do Pick 6 real quick. We're going to do a couple things. I had a fun way to play this. We have a graphic for Pick 6 if you want to run it, or we can just go without it. It don't matter. All right, here we go. Seeing Red. Nice title, Ken. All right, I'm going to pull 3. Okay. Yeah, that's Pick 6 on a roll. All right, I'm going to pick out 3 helmets. I need you to pick out 3 helmets.
3 helmets out of the same.
All right, what we're going to do is we're going to do a mind meld. Mind meld with Matt is what I call this.
I like it.
So we're going to hold up. What was that, Jerry? Like in the music? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna pick up. Why do I get Arizona every week? Okay, we're gonna hold up. I'm gonna hold up a team, and you and I have to name a player at the same time and see if we can mind meld on the same player.
Okay.
Current Arizona Cardinal, and then we'll tie with Cardinals. On the count of 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Marvin
Kyler
Harrison.
Murray. God!
I didn't want to go with Kyler Murray.
I was going to go Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm like, he's probably going to go the receiver, but I didn't.
All right.
Arizona Cardinals are playing. We talked about this yesterday. Who are they playing again this weekend?
They're at the Dolphins.
At the Dolphins, right. Tua I don't know what's going on. The Dolphins have looked sad. I like Arizona. Arizona had that thrilling last-minute win.
Yeah.
Field goal kick last second win over San Diego. But Arizona's one of those teams, they're intriguing to me.
They could beat anybody, but they could also lose to anybody.
Yes, they beat San Francisco.
Would not be surprised if they got blown out by the Jaguars, but would also not be surprised if they went and beat the Chiefs.
Right.
It's like one of those, yeah.
They are. They're a weird team. All right, who's your first one?
Should I pick a new one?
Yeah, pick a new one. That's why we just did Miami.
Yeah,
That's the helmet Tua should be wearing.
No, he said they asked about the Guardian cap. He's like,
no.
it's a personal choice. I'm like, your personal choices have got you here, buddy.
We talked about it yesterday. Like, why wouldn't he wear it? All right, who do you have?
Houston Texans, who just got Rashad White.
Did they what?
From Tampa.
They did?
Yeah.
When did that happen? During the Rashad White is on my fantasy. Oh, by the way, you beat me in fantasy this past week.
Darn tootin' I did.
Can't believe you didn't bring it up. Rashad White. Why would Tampa Bay get rid of him?
Hold on.
When they're down Evans and Godwin.
I got a text. No, it's against the Texans. Never mind. I got a text from my brother Cryptic earlier. My brother's a big Texans guy. He made me think that. Scratch what I said. He's still on Tampa.
He's still at Tampa. Still on my bench.
All right, we're doing the mind meld.
Are we doing all-time or current? We're going to do current?
Current.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
One, two, three. Tank Dell.
Yes, that is who I was thinking.
No, because I didn't want to go C.J. Stroud.
I didn't want to
mind meld. I started saying Tank, and then he went Tank Dell.
All right.
Wow, we're getting judged behind the glass. They can't be like, oh, that's cute. They did it too.
That's like when my wife sings song lyrics, and it's just like she's 2 seconds behind the lyric.
LeBron does that. He just makes them up as he goes. Yeah, but
all right, so the Texans who
laying 6 against the Colts at home, they dominate the Colts.
That's a division game too. Yeah.
Yep. I like the Texans. Is it down to 5 now?
6.
It's down to 5 now.
It's down to 5. Is Flacco or Richardson quarterbacking?
It's going to be Richardson,
It'll be Richardson again. Yeah.
Let it go down. Take the Texans late.
Yeah, I like the Texans. That Green Bay game. That was one game I watched the most.
I was telling you.
That was a good game. All right. My helmet. Oh boy.
Man.
Oh, Christ.
Did you see
what? It's Carolina
Panthers. Andy Dalton, I guess, was in a car accident this morning. He's fine, I guess, but the Panthers felt that they posted something on social media about it.
Wow.
Him and his family got in a car accident, yeah. He's fine that
Bryce Young kept the break.
Nobody went to the hospital or anything but they definitely were like, yeah, he's getting checked up.
You can't use Andy Dalton.
All right, no Andy Dalton.
Here we go.
Hold on. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Xavier Legette.
Damn
it! Sorry.
Who did you say?
Xavier Legette.
I don't even know. Is it Chuba or Chiba Hubbard?
Chuba.
No,
Xavier Legette's the receiver who talks like he's got a mouthful of peanut butter.
We love him.
I'll get that touchdown going in my dang almost touchdown.
The best.
He's like Boomhauer from King of the Hill, but slower.
I want an interview with that guy and Roll Tide Willie. I want to see those two together right there.
That's amazing.
All right, what were you saying? Did you say something, man? Chiba. All right, what do you got? This is your last one?
I got 2 more.
Oh, you got 2 more.
The New York Football Jets at the Patriots this week.
Okay, so you're a Patriots fan. Let's talk about that real quick.
am. I'm as apathetic as it gets. I'm looking forward to 2025.
The Jets are 2-5, and yet they're favored by 7.5 points on the road.
Yeah, but all they were missing was a quarterback. That's why they're 2 games worse now than they were at this point last year.
All right, so we have to name a current Jet.
Current Jet. Ready?
Yeah, okay.
I have faith on us. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Devontae Adams.
Wilson. Damn it! Nah, you said Devon. What did you say, Sean? And Aaron Rodgers. Damn it, Vince. Did you have one? I was going to say Joe Namath. I screwed it up. Let's take a look at. He's current, isn't he? He's the only good quarterback they've ever had.
Current as in he's alive.
Yeah, he is, barely. Barely. What am I saying that for? Also from Beaver Falls, my hometown. So your Jets, minus 7.5 against New England.
I'm staying away from that.
Who would bet that? I had Jeff Parles. We got to ask Jeff Parles about this game on Friday. I
know he's got an opinion.
He's going to say, look, the Jets should win this game.
That's a great. Wait, like that.
In all honesty, they should win. All right. I have my final. I pulled the Baltimore Ravens.
Of course you did.
All right, I got one.
I got one
See
too.
if we can mind meld. Who are they playing? Okay, they are in Cleveland. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Zay Flowers.
Henry. Damn it! I went Derrick Henry, who, again, Jerry Jones said he didn't want to pay him. And what was the quote yesterday Jerry Jones had? He goes, he wouldn't be having an MVP type year for us, or he would be. He's a moron.
What?
Yeah, right. So anyway, I said Derrick Henry. I fear this guy coming later against the Steelers.
Last week was the second most Heisman winners ever to play in a game.
Oh, is that right?
It was the who were they playing? It was Ravens.
Baker Mayfield.
It was him, Lamar, and Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah, and Derrick Henry.
We looked it up. It was the all-time record. There was a game a handful of years ago where there were, I believe, there were at least 4, if not 5.
Wow.
It was like Marcus Mariota. I'd have to look it up. There was one game where there were 4 or 5 Heisman winners, and that's the all-time record.
Interesting. All right, so that's my 3 helmets, and you have one left.
Yes, I got one more, and it's a divisional opponent, the Cincinnati Bengals. They are at home against the Eagles.
What is the line on that?
2.5 is what? Yep, 2.5.
Oh, we're rooting for Philly in that game big time. All right, 3, 2, 1, mind note. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Jamar Chase. Yes! That counts. That counts.
Woo! So we had Jamar Chase. I'm taking Tank Toe.
1.5.
We got 2.
1.5.
1.5. The over-under was 1, so there you go. Woo! That was fun. Who are the games again? Philly is playing...
By the hook.
Bengals. Bengals are minus 2.5 at home. Philly. Give me Philly all day on that game.
I like that.
Jeez, oh man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to end with a fun clip. You know, you watch the local news. Do you remember the local news? Local news always
loves local news.
And worked in local news. So we always have a fun little clip. Does it tie in with sports? Not necessarily. Is today's clip a dog clip? Sure. We're going to end with this. And I just want to remind you, tomorrow we'll come back after this clip. I'll do it. All right, here we go. Roll the
You're
cute
not rid of me yet.
Doggy slingshot.
Oh my God.
Someone trained a dog to shoot a slingshot. Oh, what are you kidding me? What's it say? Visky? Wasky? Oh, monkey.
What?
Is his name Swat Monkey? Oh, was it a monkey he knocked over? And then he sits there. Look how proud he is.
Oh, my goodness.
So, a replay.
That is...
Slow motion.
What?
Back and to the left. I don't know.
I think it's... I'm freaked out when I see videos of dogs. Like, there are people that toilet train dogs. And they kind of just like I thought that was weird. That's like... purposeful tactical training.
I don't know how.
That's for like, come and take my guns.
How much patience someone had to have.
Government's coming to my property.
A dog. Yeah, I got shepherds in here.
Yeah.
They know how to use slingshot.
Yeah, you think they're gonna get?
Maybe they. Why do I have to go Southern accent? Why would it be a Southern guy?
When you say sick 'em, you think the dog's gonna come bite you. Nope, it's just an army of slingshot dogs. That's terrifying.
Get an army of those guys. Very cool. Tomorrow on the show. Thursdays are our potluck day, and we came up big. We have the lovely and hysterical Aaron O'Connor will be in here at high noon tomorrow to co-host the show with me, and the return of Joe D'Amico for picks at 12:36. Joe last week, 2-1, only lost on Texas, which was, to me, the strongest one.
Yeah.
He had Duke on Friday night, then he had the Chiefs, which everyone had, but Joe, again, does his research and always comes prepared. Highly entertaining. Can't wait for that. So Aaron O'Connor tomorrow, and Joe D'Amico. Matt, you are off to the stadium Friday night.
Yep. UNLV against Boise State, game of the year around the Mountain West. 7:30 kickoff. Our Ted Weens pregame show starts at 6:30. UNLVtickets.com. We need to pack Allegiant Stadium.
Friday, Jeff Parles. Thanks for watching Punchlines live in the battery show.